Hey, Eljay.
Yeah?
I really want to see the new recap review. Where can I go?
Well, I'll tell you, little Johnny. If you head on over to vessel.com/the TTV channel, you'll find all of our content, recap reviews, mock spotlights, and more on Vessel a week early. That's right, a full 7 days before we release it on YouTube. Not only that, but content from tons of other creators all across the internet. In order to access it, you need to sign up for early access, which is only $3 a month. It's a really great deal, and it helps us create better, higher quality content. It gets you guys in on the loop a whole week early.
Wow! I'm gonna go sign up right now!
You do that, little Johnny. You do that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
Sing!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of the TTV Podcast.
Yay. Whoa, no Mardi Gras?
Mardi Gras!
No? Yeah, I was waiting for the episode number.
Yeah.
I never said it.
Yeah, sorry, just like, I forgot the episode numbers.
My God!
So you didn't notice he said latest?
Yeah.
No one was here to stop you, and you still dropped the ball.
You should know by now, whenever I say, thank you, Prpl, you're the best. Whenever I say the latest, it's like my cover for when I don't actually remember. In my youth, I would be like, I don't remember the episode number.
In my youth. Good grief.
That's
so
youth right now.
That's you can't have a youth if you're still 12.
Yeah.
Why you do this?
Is it 197? Did someone say that?
Yeah, it is.
So we're
that explains why he's never happy. He's still in his like angsty tweenage stage.
Oh right,
Yeah.
he's got
Teenage.
the black hair and everything.
The chain link fences,
I should dye my hair.
yo-yo
The Bieber
hair.
haircut.
That would be funny.
The t-shirt that says
Forever
I
in
irrigate the
2006.
world with my tears.
Yeah.
Isn't that you?
No!
All right then.
You don't know how I feel.
How's everybody doing this grand Saturday?
Maybe
Dude,
we,
I'm
How are we
maybe
doing
we
what?
don't know. Oh,
I'm
never
done
mind.
with my
I
exams,
missed it.
so-
I missed the
I'd
segue.
like to go to sleep before gouging out my eyes.
I took a
Okay.
trip over to the local Toys R Us, and I now have all the sets. Woot.
Which
No,
set?
you don't. Dude, not even I have all the sets.
Not even
So-
I, well, okay,
Here's a Kimu. Here's a Kimu. Do you hear a squeaking?
that
that's
could
a
be
Kimu.
that could be any set.
Yeah.
This is
Var-
Umarak with
Var, you
his
should-
giant.
You should tweet it.
Are they
This is
out
giant
already? Really?
Tweet a photo.
Yeah, they were all at Toys R Us.
Tweet a
Every single
photo,
one.
man.
No, they weren't.
They are at
can
Toys R
tell
Us,
my-
just not for Var.
Why don't you believe me?
I don't know. It seems like you're pranking us.
I don't know. Is
Dude,
Var
just
memeing
freaking
us?
tweet.
What's going on?
Tweet a photo, man. If you tweet a photo, I will.
Oh my god.
Take a
Okay,
selfie
I will
with your
tweet a photo.
sets.
Okay.
I
Tweet a
swear.
photo. I'll retweet it right now.
Unlike
Meso,
Var,
you
I
need to
actually
be
do
on the
have one of the
lockdown.
sets.
Meso, you need to be on the lockdown. That photo pops up, you run it through Google backwards image search, you see where he found it.
Just Var
all
will
he
take a
has to do is
selfie
put
with the
himself in
sets.
the
He's
picture
not gonna.
with it.
Yeah, he'll just be in the
Let's
photo.
interrogate Var. Let's make him feel like a liar. Let's go.
Yeah.
But
My gosh.
unlike Vardaran, I actually do have one of the sets. I'm building Umarak right now.
Sure you do.
Like Vardaran.
Nah,
Now
this-
I'm all self-conscious. I got to take a good photo here. With my little Umarak.
But Var,
Oh, man.
all your
Hope it's a
photos
good
are
hair day.
good.
I always have good hair days.
Alright.
Oh, shut up. No,
Lovely
you
photo
don't.
with
You're
the
hiding
rat.
your hair under a mask.
I know.
What hair? He is just the mask.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of people
I
that
only
have good
wish.
hair days, who are we?
That was
I'm
lame.
messing-
Hey,
That
no,
was smooth.
no.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
wow.
really
Listen, we need to.
dumb,
Okay,
honestly.
we're going too far into this. We do need to to do this
Oh,
before
only
we
like a
get
couple
too far away
minutes
from it.
in.
We're in too deep.
I don't know
Now-
who I
We're
am.
already talking about something. Let's get this over with
We need to
while
go
Var's taking a
deeper.
picture.
Var actually did post a photo. He actually does have
Oh my
Umarak.
gosh!
What?
Does he actually have the sets?
Unless it was just
Wait,
an
what?
epic Photoshop job, he's holding Umarak.
I have literally
That's
all
what-
the sets.
Why, guys? I don't know why you're
Yeah, I don't know why you
I don't know why. Why is it so unbelievable
I'll
to
tell
you that
you.
Var had the
I'll
sets?
tell you exactly why we don't
Because he
believe you.
lies
Because
all the time.
we have been
He didn't
sitting
say
here.
anything beforehand.
We've been sitting here with
I
you.
did say something. I said Meso was like, I'm just trying to get through. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish Umarak in time. And I was like, oh yeah, he took me like 40 minutes to build.
Yeah,
You did say
not
that,
hear
didn't you?
I heard that.
You did say that.
I 100% said that.
You're a
I
piece
believe
of garbage.
You are.
Of course you believe him now. You got a photo.
Frigging idiot!
I had faith.
Didn't listen.
I had
to me.
faith. I told you to take a photo for the non-believers.
10.
I can't believe you, Var. I feel betrayed.
What a twist!
How come
Are
you
you
feel
blaming
betrayed? You didn't trust
Var?
him. You're the one. The bar was like, I have the sets.
Listen, I didn't
Alright.
hear him.
Hey, technically, not all the sets are in that picture. It's only Umarak. Oh god.
Oh, you
freaking-
might wanna check
my God. He literally just updated.
Why, Var? Why?
Var, no. Var, I want to tell you how much of a personal defeat this is to me. Because you see, I not only did I go out of my way to go through all these extraneous loops and hoops to get all the sets at once from somebody else completely, I was on track to be the first TTV member here to have all the 2016 sets, bar none. You come in, swoop
Varnon.
the rug right out from under me. You know what? That's it. Give me
everybody on
Vardaran's
bar.
recent reviews.
Yeah, I was
Bring
gonna say
it up.
Vardaran's recent reviews. Just go
No,
right now.
Vardaran already
Just do it.
has a set review series. They're called The Showcase.
That's not a review series. He doesn't
Bring
review
back
them.
Showcase.
Yeah, okay, maybe I want to review them.
It's
No,
a
you
showcase
don't.
series. It's different.
Anyway, Meso, what are you?
I
are
am.
What are you?
What are
A
you?
person?
He is
I am
12,
a-
and what is this?
I'm a positive, optimistic individual named Meso.
Ha!
Oh, you are not positive or optimistic. You're barely even an individual.
You make me cry every time.
Why you gotta
I'm
be so
Vardaran.
rude?
I'm
Purple
Eljay.
Dragon.
I'm
How
Kahi.
dare you?
Prpl, why did you say your name so early?
Did
You
Meso say
did
his
not
name?
just try to cut me off.
Yes.
I'm Takuma.
I'm EXX Trooper.
And I'm Purple Dragon.
You already said your name. You don't get to say it. Shut
I'm
your
Purple
face.
Dragon.
Go sit in the corner and think
Go-
about what
go to
you
the
I'm
back
already
of the
sitting in the
line.
corner. I'm always
Here's
here.
your dunce hat, and there's the table.
And this is
Take it back,
TTV episode
Eljay.
179.
I'm not gonna sit in the corner for 2 extra hours like you.
It's gonna be a great
Wait,
show. I can
It's
tell.
197, not 179. Meso, come on.
Oh, I thought I said 197. My bad.
Wow. Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Saturday.
Shh,
All right,
don't break the immersion.
Yeah, they recorded Saturdays, guys. Breaking news.
Good job.
All right.
But yeah, guys, going to Toys R Us and getting all just walking in and picking up all the
I'm
sets. was
so
pretty nice.
steamed right
You're
now.
hilarious.
Oh my
You're
God.
steamed.
That's
I'm
our
steamed. I
song.
want to be
That
to get all the
works.
sets for the second time before all
I
of
mean,
you guys. That would've
yeah,
been
I mean,
so much fun.
because like, so here's the thing. I'm not gonna have them by the time this episode comes out, but spoiler alert: Political Slime, one of our moderators, he went to his Toys R Us and he got all the sets, and he's like, "Hey, LJ, if they're there, do you want them?" And I was like, "Heck yeah!" And he bought them all for me, and I paid for them, and he shipped them out. And
Shout
I'm
out.
sitting here going,
You
"Yes,
shipped them to Meso,
yes, I'm
technically.
gonna get them all. I'm gonna get them all at once, and then I'm gonna finally have the entire year before anyone." Hi, Var. How are you doing? Wait,
Var
why are
comes
you
in to
punching
ruin
my
the day.
feelings?
That was hilarious. You kept that under wraps.
Yeah, like why did
I mean,
you say
I don't think he
anything?
kept on the wraps. I think he just
did
got
say
back.
something.
I think
What
he
did you
just
say
came
to
back.
the video?
We
Like,
just
listen,
didn't
When,
listen.
when did you
When
go,
did you
Var? Was
say
it
anything?
this
When
morning?
did you say, "Oh, hey, I just got all
Yeah,
the sets"?
I know.
Like,
I went to Toys R Us
Yeah.
this morning, earlier today, before I hopped onto Discord. I literally
Makes
got back
total
from home.
sense.
I watched some RT podcasts, built the sets, and once I was done, everybody was on Discord, so I hopped on.
You
and
sicken
you guys
me.
were talking about something else, so I didn't talk about it right away.
You know
You're
what? I
hilarious.
demand my shirt and
That
my
was
mask
incredible.
now. This is.
Hey, to be
too
fair,
good.
what's the deal with my shirt, man? Why isn't my shirt here?
Dude, I don't know what's
What
going on
about
with
your
your shirt. I
Kopaka
shipped it
parts?
to the address you put. Yeah, no, I don't know. Kai, I don't know what happened to you, man. I know what's going on with Eljay. I just haven't shipped that.
yeah,
yet.
I
Your
know
shirt
you
shit.
know what's going on with me. You sick son of a gun.
It's actually funny though. I went to Toys R Us. They organized it really oddly. The Bionicle sets weren't where they were before. So I had to do a little scavenger hunting, and there was like this one shelf with like
How
them all
big
kinda
is
packed-
Toys R Us?
Pretty big.
It's not that big, but it's like they kind of packed it all into one corner, and I was like, oh, well, that's kind of bootleg, but all right. And I looked over there. It's like, well, no new sets. But then I see like behind Pohatu that there is like a little new box art thing. So I'm like, wait a minute. So I move Pohatu, and there's Quake Beast. I'm like, success.
There
So
you
I just
go.
kind of moved the boxes, and I guess for whatever reason, the old sets were placed in front of the new sets.
That's how I found the
Someone's
stars.
hiding them.
Maybe
happened.
someone got there and was just like, no one's gonna get these new sets, or the
Oh,
clerks
yeah.
there just don't know.
Yeah, so, like,
you're right.
So I was like,
Why do
yeah, so I was
you-
like, okay, well, that was weird. But I was able to get them all except for Umarek the Destroyer. And I was like, well, that's a little disappointing. Won't be able to get the whole wave. So I'm walking back to the counter to check out. And as I'm turning the corner, boom, there is literally, like, you know, like how the aisles have, like, the,
End caps.
the end caps. Yeah, yeah. There was, like, one just stocked with nothing but Umaraks. Just the whole thing
You
filled
dis-
with Umarak the Destroyer.
You disgust me so much right now.
Why didn't you
And I
like
was
tweet
like,
something when you were in the
whoa.
store though? Like that seems like something you'd want to say.
Because I just wanted to buy some sets and go home and build them.
It
I
takes
wasn't
like
re-
2 seconds to tweet
I
something.
wasn't
wanted to have the
thinking about
epic
tweeting
reveal.
about it or anything. I was just, I listened.
Wow, some
I-
news reporter you are.
I just woke up this morning and I was like, I'm gonna check Toys R Us. I went over, they were there, and I'm like, cool. And I went home and built it.
I'm gonna do everything I can not to be salty for the rest of this episode.
We're gonna be salty.
Seriously,
good
like
one.
like
It's in
everyone's
your
been
nature.
commenting on like the last few episodes. I've been super bitter and mean and angry, like the old
Which you
grandfather.
have. Let's
Which
be
you
real.
have, like we were pointing it out throughout the entire episode. You were like,
Like-
can you imagine how mad you are? You're mad because of a fan possibly got the book before you did, and now Bar came
No,
in,
no,
and
no,
you
no.
know
I see.
definitively,
The thing is,
100%
though,
that
I
Bar
wasn't
got
mad
all the
that-
before you did.
I wasn't mad that he possibly got it. I was mad that you guys didn't believe me for whatever reason, even when
still
there was certifiable
I
evidence.
still don't. I still do not.
Well, that's because
Nobody
you
here
have.
really believes anything.
Kahi, that's because you're really good at gymnastics and you somehow bent around backwards to shove your head so far up your canister set that I can't even bother talking to you right now. Okay.
So that salt thing that you were trying to avoid.
I know.
No.
I know.
Elder's so salty he
I know.
could kill a slug by touching it.
I know. I could.
I mean,
love
I
doing
could
that.
kill a slug by touching it, and I don't need salt. Just squish.
Fair enough. Well,
That's your secret, Takuma. You're
we
always
should probably move on to our
I'm gonna-
actual show.
I'm gonna channel my inner Zen.
What show?
Well,
There's
this
no
was like the
news.
fate part of the show or something.
Before we really get started, let's just do like a shout out. You been your political slime got you the set, Eljay?
Yeah.
Shout out to you, buddy. You're cool. Also, shout out
Get-
to BTM Omega R, who got me Umarak. He's part of the epic TTV
And shout out
Destiny.
to Var, who could have gotten it for everybody.
I just.
Oh.
Not
Var,
only
you
no
should
no
get
no
me
no
the
no no
sets.
Var, to make it all that much worse, you have 2 items that I've paid for full and well. I own those items. It has been 3 months. You have not sent me my items. You would have bought that wave.
But listen,
It's been 2 years for me, okay, man? Come on. Bar still has stuff of mine he's about to send back
Listen.
2 years ago.
it'll be okay now. I've got new sets. Now I have a reason to open up the old product showcase setup and actually take the footage of that stupid Max so I can send it to you.
Finally. Great, because
Bye.
I'm really glad you got the sets for you and you didn't get them for me, because it would be 2018 and people would be going, where are the recent reviews for the summer wave, Eljay? You reviewed the winter 2018 wave, so where's summer 2016? I'm going, I'm sorry, Var never sent them to me.
Umarak's hands are asymmetrical. I hate it.
So what?
I just noticed.
So what?
His hands?
Yeah, there's like a gray like bushing on like one side of his hands, and there's none on the other side. It's just a gear.
What?
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. I just had like a reaction.
Var, have you built all the sets?
Yeah, I built them all.
Oh, which one do you
we'll
like the
take a
most in your
selfie with
hands?
them.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. Okay. Let me tell
Here
you
we
right
go.
now.
First
If
of all,
you-
plugs.
If anybody... Oh, well, we'll get to the plugs in a second. Listen, they can wait. Bionicle's more important.
Wow.
If you're gonna get a set this wave, like if you're like, okay, I'm not feeling the beast. I don't feel like getting any of the sets. Just recommend a set to me that's the best one. I mean, easily, hands down, no competition. Freaking get a lava beast.
No, get
That
Quick
set.
Beast.
No, don't get
That
Quake
was,
Beast.
that was the
Actually,
one I was
avoid that set.
thinking of getting. So
Screw the
Uh,
first one I'm
I
gonna
would
get.
avoid that set.
Okay.
Quake Beast is my least favorite of them out of them all.
So
it was Lava,
Lava
Beast I was
Beast.
referring to.
Okay, yeah, Lava Beast is a beautiful set. I love it. Great set. Umarak is a good second, although he's a little awkward. His neck's a little strange.
That's what I'm noticing here. I currently have like his torso skeleton built up. I'm adding his arms, and the neck just really looks pretty terrible.
Hang on, let me translate that. Var, you're but Meso basically just told you you're gonna hear a bunch of clicks in the audio.
Oh, great. Nice.
Oh boy.
I've been building him for a while.
So Var, on a scale of Qatar being the worst to Grievous being the best, how would you rate all of these sets?
What?
What? It's a weird scale.
That makes really
logical
sense, but like,
what's
it's
the-
strange.
No, I
What's
mean
the
like
range
Like on a
here?
scale of 1 to 10, 0 being Qatar, 10 being Grievous.
Yeah, Purple's the only smart one. There we go.
Yay!
I mean,
Thank you, Ash.
it's very. It's
You don't
very
spend enough
Scale
time
1
in
to
the
10, rank
college,
the
Trooper.
sets. Let's freaking rank the sets.
Okay,
Don't ramble,
all right.
Eljay.
I would give Lava Beast solid 8.5. He's a really good set. I like him a lot. He's got a lot of character to him. Color scheme works a lot. Really, it's weird because there's a lot of different colors on him. He's got like some like browns thrown in, some like weird like dark orange brownish kind of hues, and then like some just plain old transparent orange and stuff.
He
But
does
it all
have a
kinda
lot of
works
colors.
really well. Yeah, I think it all works well, and it really looks good. So I would give him a solid 8.5. He's got a cool build. Not a fan of his like weird neck back brace thing that he has.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
other than
anybody
that,
really
it's
is. That looks kind of weird.
Umarak, I would give 7 out of 10. He's okay. He's not my favorite. I don't really like his head. I don't like the weird horns. I don't like the mask. I don't like the weird L-shaped neck. Other than that, he's got a good stature to him, good size, good color scheme, so I like him. What's the water one? I don't remember.
Storm
Storm
Beast.
Beast?
With like the
Storm Beast?
marionette
Water
function.
Beast.
Storm Beast is kind of a surprise hit for me. I actually quite like him a lot. His function's really weird, really wonky, but it works. The only problem with it is that it's really loose. There's no friction at all, so the arms kind of flop around. But at the same time, it is kind of cool that you can just like move his arms and stuff basically in any direction you can think of without actually touching the arms itself.
Yeah.
Just the thought of that idea is kind of pretty cool to me. So I like that a lot, and the color scheme works pretty well. And I like the way his hands have the giant claws. So I'd give him, I don't know, I'd give him a 7 out of 10 too. Quake Beast,
Garbage.
Not a fan. Not a fan of him, to be fair. I maybe a 4 out of 10.
So I've got an honest question. I've actually kind of inadvertently not really looked at reviews for these sets. They've been popping up, and I don't even know what Storm Beast's function is. After all this time, I have no clue. In regards to Quake Beast, I've been watching community feedback, and everyone almost unanimously,
Get to it.
they hate him.
Yeah,
is he as
Kahi
bad as?
just
A
gets
lot
to
of
the
people have
point.
said he's as bad as Qatar. Is he as bad as Qatar?
Oh. No
Nah.
way. No, I don't think he's nearly as bad as Qatar. Qatar was an awful set.
Okay.
I don't
This
even
one has
have it, but I
redeeming
wouldn't
qualities.
say
Like
that.
his color scheme is there. He's got a solid color scheme. The only weird thing about it is his mask is like a different shade of purple, which is really odd.
Oh, purple's a
but-
weird color.
Yeah, well, if you can get past that, the color seems pretty solid. He's a little strange. The function's very odd, but I mean, building him was fun. He had a very different kind of build. I always kind of like it when I get a set and I have to read the instructions to actually build it. That was a problem I had with G1 Bionicle a lot of the times. Is after the Anika build, you could basically buy a set, build the whole thing without ever needing to look at the instructions. They were that predictable.
Yep.
Mhm.
But this guy had a unique build, so that was cool. But his arm thing does look very odd. It's positioned really weirdly. The way like it attaches, it makes the arm kind of sit at the far back, like if his shoulder was placed on his backside.
Oh, kind of like a basher, a skull basher.
Kind of,
Yeah,
but
but it's
it's for one arm, right? So it looks
it's more evident here because the other arm is where it should be.
Oh no.
That's the thing. So it's like not only is he asymmetric, but he's got like an arm growing out of his back rather than where it should be.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's weird. Also, there's very little friction here. It's really loose.
Ah, dang it. That's
Quake Beast looks like trash to me from pictures, but like even I don't think he's as bad as Ketar because you can pose Quake Beast. Ketar like
Yeah.
just kind of
You can
sat there.
pose
This
Quake
is actually a figure here. Like it might not be a great one, but you can still play with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something people have been saying, and I think I actually did address this on the message boards, is people have been saying that Quake Beast has about as bad of a color distribution, color scheme wise, as Qatar, and that simply is not true. Because while Qatar has not only a lot of different colors and a lot of different shades of those colors, he doesn't distribute them well. Quake Beast, he doesn't do it conventionally, but he does it well. You know what the set's trying to convey. It's trying to express that crystals are growing pretty much on one side of the set. You don't need to be told that. You can see it visually. With Qatar, or to a lesser extent Pohatu, you have to make up reasons for why they look that way.
Not really. I just kind of looked at it as like rocks. Like stone does not have a unified color, basically.
Like I said, 4 out of 10. He's not a terrible set. I don't think he's as bad as Qatar. But he's not like my favorite. If I had a limited budget and wasn't like an adult that could just buy every single wave whenever I feel like it, I definitely would skip Quake Beast. He's not something I would waste my money on. But with that said, I would have also skipped Storm Beast, but I actually quite like Storm Beast. So
hey, yeah, Storm Beast is kind of like the underdog here. Like I've been rooting for him since word go. People hate him because of his hands and the open sockets, but like he has some merit, I think maybe.
Yeah, no, I like him a lot. I think the hands add a lot of character. But his color scheme's a little weird. I will give it that. The transparent, like light blue with the dark metru blue armor is a little weird of a combo, especially with the lime green transparent pieces. But I like his build a lot. His build was very, very unconventional. I had no clue where Lego was going with it when I was building it. So when he finally came together, I was like, oh wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
how they managed to pull that off.
One final question for me before we get our 20-minute plugs out of the way. Did you like the skull villains, the skeleton wave?
Yeah, they were okay.
All right,
a little generic, a little boring, a little forgettable.
Compared to this wave, which do you like more? Do you think one is better, or it's just different tastes?
Different taste. However, I do feel like the Beast will be remembered longer than the skull villains will.
Interesting.
Because
they're both really generic.
They're both really generic. I feel like the Beast they have a bit more of a memorable feel to them. I don't know. I like the skull villains. I've already forgotten who they were. Basically, I was building these sets and I was like, I had to look back at my skull villain collection and just kind of look at them in disappointment and shame and be like, yeah, those were pretty lame villains, weren't they?
They didn't even have a lava beast, so it's just...
Exactly. At least Lava Beast is a fantastic set. I can't really confidently say any of the skull villains had a fantastic set.
That's something I will actually agree on. I really liked the skeleton theme, and I thought as a unified wave, they looked more cohesive than the beasts do. I can look at the skull villains and be like, these guys are a unit. I look at the beasts, and they're kind of all over the place. But I will agree with that. All the skull villains were average. Even Skull Warrior, who people love just because he looked different, was like generic as generic can be.
Yeah, in all honesty, I can't differentiate between them. Like, it's just Skull Dude for everything. I can't even remember their names.
Yeah.
They're all kind of the same thing with different color schemes, so it's like, With this wave, I think they're definitely a bit more interesting, definitely a bit more unique, different from the Toa enough to be, they're kind of their own thing. And I think Umarak is just eons better than stupid Grinder.
Don't you mean Scissor Hands?
He could have been
Umarak
cool.
Scissor Hands?
Yeah, Scissor Hands Umarak.
Yeah, Scissor Hands.
Umarak's hands
literally
are
what
kinda
it looks
awkward.
like.
I had hoped this wouldn't be the case, but like they're kind of
just get Quake Beast because he has black weapons, and those are so rare. So I'll pick up any set ever that has black weapons in them. Just
Quake Beast doesn't have black weapons.
It has black weapons. The Lava Beast. Lava Beast. Yeah, Lava Beast.
Weird thing about Lava Beast in the instructions, you know how black pieces are usually outlined in white on the instructions? They didn't do that for the weapons. So when you go to build the weapons and you're like, okay, you have to put this pin in this hole, you're like, which hole? You can't see it at all. It's just a black smudge on the instruction booklet.
Ouch. That's gonna be a pill.
Yeah.
Rip.
So it's like, that was a mistake there, Lego. Interesting.
Probably not used to that element being in that color. So that...
Probably.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, so the graphics department sort of had a...
Goofed.
Yeah.
What
they
did
missed
they
that
do
one.
to you, Mask of Control? What did they do? I just got to the Mask of Control. It looks so stupid.
Real quick, Thar, do you want to go through the plugs?
Sure. Since we've done a lot of Bionicle discussion so far, we're like, I don't know how many minutes in we are.
Did you want to do a thing where we do a couple plugs interjected throughout the discussion? We just do one plug and then we talk a bit.
I think it's probably the better way to handle it because a lot of people are upset about us spending too many too long at the start.
Let's do it. We'll talk about Vessel and then other stuff later.
Yeah, but I mean they kind of have to be done. So, but yeah, everybody, this episode was brought to you by Vessel.com and Vessel.com/TTV channel, where you can watch all of our content a week in advance with Vessel Early Access is only $3.99 a month or $19.99 a year. Help out the show, help us keep making shows just like this one, and you get some cool extra exclusive content too if you're into that kind of thing. We've been doing a couple Let's Plays. Me and Prpl wrapped up an Undertale Let's Play not too long ago.
We're currently
running. Yeah, that's not too long ago. We're currently running through a game dev right now. Dev Tycoon. It's been a lot of fun. Neither of these Let's Plays have been very Bionicle or Lego-ish centric, so we haven't. That's why we decided to make them exclusive because they don't really fit with our channel.
Unrelated.
So if that's something that you're interested in watching, definitely check out Vessel.com. It should be, big reminder here that this podcast goes up on Vessel a week early, but it's not behind the paid early access. You can watch this podcast episode for free a week before it's on YouTube. You don't even need a credit card number. You don't need a PayPal or anything. You just go on to Vessel. In fact, I don't even think you need an account anymore. I remember back when we first started, you used to have an account to watch our videos sometimes, but that is not a thing anymore. So literally just go to Vessel.com/TTV channel. You can watch this podcast right now. This was 197, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so if you're watching 197 on YouTube right now, that means 198 is already out in Vessel, provided we're not late getting it uploaded.
Ja.
So you should check that out.
This is
Have
true.
you
And
guys
also,
been
along
using-
with that,
Keep going.
just one final thing is that you can also watch all of our videos on Vessel for free. You don't need an account. You don't need to pay for anything. So, you just, you watch it when they release on YouTube at the same time. So when our videos go up on YouTube, they also go up on Vessel for free without an account at the same time. So you can still watch it on Vessel if you want, and it still helps the show out a lot more than it would if you were watching that same video on YouTube. So that was Vessel.com/TTV channel. Head over there, help us out. Thank you.
Haven't you guys been using it for almost a year now?
We have. We're coming up on the 1 year anniversary
Yeah.
of Vessel, and it cannot be overstated how enjoyable it is to work with Vessel.
Yes, this is legitimate, not sponsored, kind of oh yeah, it's a great service. No, Vessel's legitimately an awesome service.
You have no idea after being so long and just existing on YouTube where it's like you're in a void with no way out. It's like you're trapped on a life raft in the middle of the ocean, just kind of floating around, and then you go to Vessel, and it's like they're so kind and helpful.
They really are. And
Great group.
to be fair, I know a lot of people sometimes have issues with videos loading and everything, and that's sort of a thing that happens
I
when
do
a
too,
new platform
occasionally.
comes out. Yeah, I usually I've never actually experienced any loading issues, so I don't really have any kind of perspective on that. But
my internet's
from
also
my
garbage.
point of view, using Vessel has been a pleasure, and being on Vessel has been an even bigger of a pleasure. Vessel is just awesome.
I don't
Yep.
think it doesn't occur to people, and they think actually we have to do these plugs. We don't. Vessel does not implore us. They do not ask us. They do not require us to do any kind of advertising at all. We do it because we simply want to. We just really want to.
It's a great it's like an actual thing that's helped our channel out in ways that you can't imagine.
And more people are heading over there
It's
now,
not
so I'm hoping there will come a day, not where YouTube will be dethroned as the top video service, because I don't think that's going to happen, but I want there to be competition, I want there to be alternatives, and Vessel's currently the best one. It's got a shot. It's got more of a shot than Daily Motion or Vimeo. Or
the reason why is because Vessel is very, very opportune for video creators. It helps out creators a lot, and it's very enticing the creators to be on this platform as opposed to being on YouTube. I feel like this is a very viable business model because it allows you to get your content out to people who really enjoy it first, and enables you to do all that, get more money for doing it, honestly.
Yeah.
And then when you go over to YouTube, you can still have your audience. So I feel in the future Vessel is gonna be up and coming. There's a lot of people that are joining it every day.
This is a personal thing I want to talk about with Vessel. We mentioned that we were doing Game Dev Tycoon. This is just my opinion. It does not represent the rest of the others. But the recent episode of the Game Dev Tycoon Let's Play that got released was one of the funniest things.
I think it's the funniest moment. Part 7 is the best moment, I feel. I died laughing watching that
So
again.
that might be one of the funniest things to have happened all year. That'll definitely end up in our like 2016.
Well, it may not because that's fan choice.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well.
Well,
will
last
force
one
it
was
in.
we may maybe
Honorable
we'll
mention.
change it this
Maybe
time.
we'll change it this time. But I honestly do think that was one of our best moments. And if you haven't seen it, you're kind of missing
idea
out.
what we're talking about.
You should watch the
Just-
Let's
you should
Play.
watch
Come
the
have a
Let's Play,
laugh.
Takuma.
Or pay attention to the conversation.
Yeah.
Hey!
No, I mean I have no idea what happened in the video.
Hostile
okay.
work
Watch the video.
environment.
Well,
It's a funny
that's
video.
enough about Vessel. Let's get back to
Yeah.
Chronicle. I'm sure
I
people
just
are tired of
finished
hearing about it.
That
Umarak
was cool.
because you already did your thoughts. I'm not gonna like walk through them again. I just have like 2 quick things to point out. Number one, the head and neck area is one of the most awkward I've seen on any figure that I own. The neck coupled with the head do not work in conjunction at all. The neck is so gappy and awkward, and the head, why is the jaw gunmetal? Seriously. Would it have killed them to make one extra recolor to just have it in gold? It looks so strange. But other than that, it's cool.
My thing with the neck is that it's just too L-shaped, but
It is.
actually, I can see what they were going for, like the two plates on the side. That's obviously meant to represent that like muscle that's there. I don't know what you call that muscle. There's a name for it, but I don't remember what it's called.
The one that looks
Yeah,
like really bulgy with like bodybuilders.
Yeah, like whenever you see like the Incredible Hulk, that giant like muscle that connects his like head to his body.
Yeah.
And also,
It's
in
I don't
between
know the
muscles.
name for it either. No, they're not neck
the neck,
muscles.
but like the thing that connects the neck to the torso. You know,
Like the traps or whatever?
what is it?
I have no idea. I think it's like traps. Or whatever. I almost said trapezoid, so I was like, oh, that's probably not it.
I mean, I do believe it starts with a T, so I don't think you're far off.
Yeah. But
Well,
bulgy
yeah, it's
neck
not-
muscles. There you
I
go.
understand what they were doing with the neck. It's
Wow,
just,
Prpl, you were right. It is the trap muscles.
Oh,
the
wow.
The trapezius
you
muscle
go Prpl.
at the shoulder
Huh.
blade. That is exactly what that's meant to represent. I'm pretty sure.
oh,
Yeah.
So,
well, how about that?
It's not
so
like
I can see
it
what
was
they
a
were
random
going
thing.
for. It's just the execution is a little weird. I think it's just too long. I think that's the problem with it.
It is, but
Just
like
that-
for me, additionally, if this was any other figure, it would be a neck that was there and then it was covered up by his head. But by sole, and so I wouldn't notice it that much, the gaps and stuff. But by sole virtue of his head being open, so the jaw is permanently open and I can see through it, all I see is like the open space in his neck. It's not covered at all.
Wow.
That's my problem.
I don't think his mouth is open that wide. To
I
where
can
you can
literally
see,
see
it.
open pinholes through the mouth.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I think you can definitely see there's a giant gap on it when you're looking around the mouth. Sure, but
Oh,
if you're trying to
definitely.
look through the mouth. I
I
don't know if that's enough of a gap.
It may
to
be
be
my
like, oh,
peripheral
well, this-
vision, like, tricking me, because I see it out of the corner of my eye when I'm looking straight on. That may be what it is.
Well, yeah, when you're looking for it, of course you're gonna see it.
I mean, looking straight ahead, not looking forward. Like, staring him in the eye. And, like, I don't know. Overall, set's cool.
Anyway.
But, yeah, those things bug me. You stole my thunder, Var. I was gonna be like, I have Umarak. Here's the exclusive Meso opinion.
Yeah, he stole
And
my
then you, like,
thunder as
you
well.
come rolling in.
Real story. When you typed in Discord, I'm here. I'm just going to the post office to pick up Boomerang real quick. I smiled inside. Like, oh, he's so excited.
I knew you
can't
had
wait
to
crush him
play
on the podcast.
I knew it. You did this.
Oh my god.
You did this to
I was
me.
the first one to. I was the first one to say KK to that response because I'm like, yes.
Oh my god.
You're evil. This was my time.
Wow.
Oh well.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
he's-
we
Couldn't
can
stop
both
him. His time was now. Except you could.
we can both wallow in misery. I'll be relegated to third place. You know, the naming convention still works.
Hey.
Guys,
Also,
I'm gonna go
whose
towards the
idea
rest
was
of
it? Whose idea was it to give Umarak those like trans neon green bones on his like lower legs to connect to the back of the feet that can't
Probably
like
the
pivot
designers.
forward and backwards fully?
Hey!
It's like
Probably
they used an
somebody
upper
needs to
leg
be
arm
shot.
bone, so the articulation is limited. And wow.
It is limited, but I mean it works pretty well. My thing is, I actually kind of like the amount of friction and control that it adds, but then it's kind of immediately like countered by the weird thighs, the upper legs, with no friction at all, so your legs kind of just flop around a little bit, and it's like, all right, well,
Yeah.
you kind of just defeated the whole point of that lower leg bone
Wait,
there.
do the upper legs not have a friction joint?
They do when it connects to the torso, but the knee is really loose. So
Oh.
the lower leg kind of like flops when you're posing. I don't know. It doesn't work all too well, but it's kind of standard CCBS stuff at this point.
Yeah.
Because it's meant to be playable, not posable. So that's like, well, I mean, obviously posable too, but playing is the focus here. So that's why it's so loose. But yeah. I don't know.
Either way, he's a cool
weird.
set. I'm happy enough. First actual
He's
Titan.
a cool set.
I guess I would count Umarak as a Titan before, but I still prefer Hunter. Hunter was still better, I think.
I don't know.
That
I'm not
is,
that
I think Destroyer's design is cool, but compared, like when you compare it to Hunter, then it's like, oh, what? Like if they were
Hunter
just
was more
two
generic, but he
independent
was
characters
also
that
way
had nothing
more
to do with each
visually
other,
striking.
then it's like it would
I
work
agree.
better.
I definitely agree. That's probably the biggest disappointment about Destroyer for me is that he doesn't carry enough from Hunter over to the point where they're recognizably the same person. Like the biggest thing that he really borrows from Hunter is the leg design. That's the biggest thing. The upper torso is almost completely changed, and it's cool. There are some little elements there, like the chain from Hunter that's still there in Destroyer, but it's like I don't know. I just wish his head sculpt was more in line with Destroyer with Hunter.
I guess it also depends on like what it has to do with the story, because like there's that one bit at the end of Journey to One of like the current episodes where it was like he was turning into Destroyer, so like I don't know. It depends.
Are you talking about like?
To me?
What are you talking about, Prpl? Like an intermediate stage?
No, you know how at the end of the one episode of
Yeah,
Journey to One where you just like see the shadow and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like there's an actual plot reason for it.
Well,
but if you're just looking at it from like the set perspective, it's kind of.
I mean, there's a plot reason for him changing, yeah, but it's just like there's not enough carried over. Like I don't understand why this Umarak the Destroyer has these giant like Mask of Control horns when he already had giant horns in Hunter. Where did those horns go? Did they just drop off?
Yeah,
I guess.
Really, it's just that's odd.
Yeah.
That was an odd choice. It doesn't seem like that would. That seems like something that should have carried over, especially when you see that they obviously wanted to do something with horns. So why didn't they just incorporate the horns that they already had on the character somehow? I don't know.
Yeah,
it's weird. I don't see the horns as being tied to the mask. So if he takes off his mask, why are the horns suddenly gone?
It is a little
because
strange.
it's a giant mask like Brutaka's.
It's not a giant mask like Protaka's.
Maybe we'll find out. Epic segue when the Journey to One hits DVD on July 20th.
This is some very interesting news.
It's fake. This isn't
like
real
actual
whatsoever.
news.
In fact,
This is
I
the-
think I'm gonna wait until we have a more reliable source until I say it's real. It's fake.
I mean, I held off
I
on
mean,
reporting on
fair.
it just for that reason.
Maybe Var can take a photo of it too.
Yeah.
No,
I've got
Oh,
burned.
guys, guess what? I already own the Journey to One DVD.
I got
I bet
burned
you
once
also
before
own-
with Graphic Novel 3. I'm waiting until we have it on like another site to corroborate. But
I mean, to be fair, we had it on two different sites regarding the graphic novel, and just one of them said it was canceled.
yeah, that's true. Basically, here's what we're looking at. Lego Bionicle The Journey to One Season 1 Volume 1 is listed on mightyape.com.au for $15.
Monty Ohm's Journey to One.
Wow.
Ha
Season
ha
one.
Kind of
ha.
rhymed.
And the description says 6 heroes of the Toa fight against the evil Makuto's forces which are threatening the beautiful island of Okoto. So fairly standard, but obviously Journey to One on DVD. That's the biggest deal here. And of course, Season 1, Volume 1.
Yeah, I don't know about DVD being the big deal. I think Season 1, Volume 1 is the big deal here out of this news.
definitely.
So here's the thing: a lot of people are saying that it's only going to contain the prologue and the first 2 episodes, and then a Season 1, Volume 2 will come out later with the last 2 episodes.
So dumb if that's true, but I'd believe it too.
I don't see that happening. I don't think that's a thing.
It doesn't. I would not be
Then why
surprised.
would they differentiate between volumes if it would just be like one season?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that it might be season 1, volume 1, season 1, volume 2, and season 2, volume 1, or if there's a season 2.
Yeah, but
Well, yeah,
why?
exactly. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah, well, that's what's gonna be. So what's gonna be in volume 2 then?
It's gonna be the other 2 episodes.
Exactly.
Thank you for being caught up to the conversation, Kahi.
Well, no, because I thought the whole deal was that Meso was saying that people were like, "That's not gonna be it."
No, Eljay's saying it's not going to be it. I'm saying
Yeah, LJ says he doesn't think.
Well,
I'm
no,
saying it's
what I'm
probably going
saying-
to be it, but I disagree with that. Stupid.
What I'm saying is that's what other people on our message boards are saying.
Yeah, and that you don't think that's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I said that. Yeah. No, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think...
Wow. No,
Sorry.
I thought it was
Wow.
other people.
Really?
No, it's actually my opinion. I just
Listen,
forgot it was
you
my opinion.
gotta understand. I have a perfectly reasonable explanation for this, honestly.
What?
You're just stupid? Is that it?
You're fired? Is that it? No, it's because...
He's not
your
fired.
choice.
He's not fired for your stupid mistake.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're too bit... Anyway. I'm constantly having to say this isn't my opinion. This isn't my opinion when I'm doing recap reviews.
Oh wow.
That's not a good excuse at all.
Yeah, I like Umarak. I mean, I saw a couple people on the message board saying they like Umarak. No, I mean, like, I actually like Umarak.
Well, no,
Literally.
it's not that. It's that he. Var's like, didn't you say that? He said, no. Some people on the board said it. But it's like, but didn't you say that? Oh yeah, no, I did say that, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I completely forgot that I said that.
Oh my goodness, Eljay.
But the thing that the people on the boards were saying was not what you said. I said what they said, and then you had a different opinion, which I also said that you forgot that you had.
What in the world?
You forgot that you had a dissenting opinion?
What's a dissenting opinion? I don't know what you're talking about, Fire.
Bionicle's gonna get
my
more
God.
than 3 years. That's the dissenting opinion.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. This is the important thing here. This is why this matters. This is why this news matters. For the past freaking month and a half now, Meso's gone on the podcast here and getting everybody all sad and depressed. Everybody's going around being like, Bionicle's dead again. All that kind of stuff. This is good news if true. We don't know if it's real news yet.
This is very good news. Because
Yeah,
the direct
but
parallel of
if this happens, if this is true and it's not canceled and it's still going to happen, this is really important. Volume 1, Season 1. Season 1. The thing is, we can't just assume, they just mean season, like... It's weird that they include both buzzwords, Volume 1 and Season 1. Those are some very clear distinctions. If it was just Season 1, then we're like, okay, sure. That means we're going to get one DVD. It'll have all the episodes, and there's no telling if there'll be a Season 2 or not. Here we know that we're going to get, hopefully, at least more than one DVD. Because there's a Volume 1 inside of a Season 1, meaning they have a Season 1 planned out already. And this is Volume 1 of that season.
And before it's only one disc.
I really don't want that to be the
sure,
case.
yeah, it'll probably be one disc. Yeah,
One
that's
disc,
very
one
likely.
volume, I mean.
That might happen. I just don't. That's very odd that they would make that distinction of Volume 1. Then.
Oh yeah,
There's
it's
only gonna be one
definitely
disc.
weird. It's just.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's why I think it's gonna happen. Surely enough, we're gonna get at least 2 volumes if there is a Volume 1. There's no reason to break it up into volumes if there's no other.
I wouldn't necessarily say that's the case. I think that it's indicative of a possible Volume 2 and a possible Season 2. However, I wouldn't say it's definitive. It's absolute.
Well, yeah,
I
of
would
course.
say it's definitive that you're going to get a Volume 2. I'd say it's not definitive you're going to get a Season 2.
Yeah.
Because I've been monitoring the community, people make the good point, like a lot of series have been used when they say Series 1 and they're planning to maybe make more in the future, then it doesn't end up happening. Series 1, Season 1. But with Volume, that's a bit of a different situation, because like, if they bothered to put that on there, that means there is a distinction. They could have very easily just said, like, really, just release it in one batch and just call it Bionicle The Journey to 1. Maybe Season 1 if you really want to, just to cover yourself, to make sure you have room in the future. But there's no reason to put Volume if they're not going to split it into 2 releases. That's the way it is.
I gotta say though, it's really weird if they do that because it's such it. I don't know. To me, it seems like such little content to be on 2 separate discs.
Agreed.
You have released separately.
No, I don't think anyone disagrees with that. We're all kind of on the same page as far as that goes. It's a weird decision.
Even still, to make matters worse, this is coming out July 20th, or so that page says. And July is when we're supposedly getting the next 2 episodes. We don't know when in July. We just know July. So it's probably going to be August.
Well, keep in mind that this is also going to be, assuming it's going to be released, it's going to be a worldwide release, is also going to be the first time that many people in different countries will actually have access to these episodes, which, by the way, all the people that were like, oh, I justify pirating the show because there's no way I can watch it, well, here you go.
Boom.
I wonder how they're going to justify it now.
Yeah, I know they're gonna find some way to do it, but
they can't
listen.
afford it. Shipping.
I can't afford the DVD. I don't get an allowance or anything. I'm just like, okay. So just keep stealing. You just do that.
I don't have a TV or any form that can.
You have a computer?
Don't have a computer. Literally don't have anything. I just use like my mom's phone to sometimes browse the forums to complain. You know?
Yeah, high five.
But yeah, so
complaining on forums.
It sort of makes sense. It sort of makes sense that this would be their way of distributing it worldwide. So they're probably delaying worldwide distribution, and sort of having that like the month in advance thing on Netflix for US
it's probably contractually bound. They
they
probably have to have Netflix exclusivity for a while before they're able to do a DVD release.
I mean, it is a Netflix show.
Yeah.
So the fact that they were able to get a DVD deal at all out of this was pretty surprising.
Yep.
Well, do you know?
Assuming it still goes through, because we don't know if it's canceled or not.
I'm wondering if any other Netflix shows have DVDs. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look that up. That's a good thing to look up. But yeah, so one thing that, I mean, like, we don't really know if this confirms a season 2 or not, but it does sort of make me happy and does comfort me a little bit, because before we had no real clue what Lego's intention with Journey of the One was. We don't know if it was going to be a one-off shoot or anything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We had no clue if they were just stress testing this, like the animations or not, you know? But the fact that we do have this sort of volume 1, season 2 kind of, or season 1 kind of thing does, like, you know, kind of hint towards them at least planning or trying to plan towards multiple seasons. Whether that'll actually happen or not, probably not. But at least that mindset is there, that they're thinking ahead, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, Lego's actually thinking of my uncle's future? Who would have thought?
I know, it's crazy. It's just, it's good to know, like, have some kind of thing there.
Either way the cake is cut, it's a good thing. There's no way to spin it into a bad thing.
The past few months, we've been sitting here wondering what's happening because we haven't heard anything about it. But now at least we know, like, there's at least plans going forward.
Yeah.
So it's good. Obviously, there were plans before, but now, I don't know. There's just the fact that there's some kind of concrete evidence to lead to.
The most direct parallel we have here is to look at Hero Factory's DVD releases. See what the deal with that was. I'm going through a positive with this, don't worry. HF only got 2 DVD releases ever, and it was the first year, the second year. It went on for 3 years after that, and it did have specials every one of those years, but they never had another DVD release again, probably because the theme wasn't performing as well anymore, or they didn't have enough episodes produced to justify a DVD release, or whatever. The fact that we're getting one at all for Bionicle is, I would wager, a probable good sign that it isn't getting canceled immediately. If that makes any sense.
Right.
At all, where I'm kind of going with that.
No,
they wouldn't bother investing in that if the line was just on its way out, because the return wouldn't be as much as they would hope for. Basically.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems like they're trying somewhat to make this a success.
Yeah.
Right. Quick update. House of Cards and Orange is the New Black both have DVD releases for this.
Interesting.
Daredevil and Jessica Jones do not. I haven't gone through the whole list of Netflix shows, but those are, I feel, are like the big 4 that I hear about a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe Unbreakable Kenny Schmidt.
I like the intro of that song.
Yeah, I like the intro to Daredevil.
It's very catchy. I like it a lot.
Dun, dun.
I like the intro.
I think,
to the
Unbreakable Kenny Schmidt does have a DVD release as well. So,
what a twist.
Okay, so it's not unheard of.
It's not unheard of. And House of Cards, I felt, for the longest time, House of Cards was the Netflix show. And then
I think it still is. No, it's definitely not.
It's kind of funny you mentioned
Jessica Jones have really come up recently.
It's kind of funny you're mentioning that, Kahi, because I was on the boards and a lot of people are decrying this because it's like, Netflix doesn't work that way. They don't have DVD releases for their shows.
It shows how much research actually got put in before they made that post.
It's funny because I know one of the people that made that claim. I've yelled about him on this podcast before.
Oh
my
come
gosh.
on. Don't try to justify yourself being
Salt
a
Jet
jerk to people.
returned.
It's not salty. It's just I'm
It
pointing
is
out the
very
connection.
salty.
It's funny.
Also,
You are
what do you
salty.
mean Netflix doesn't work that way? Netflix's business was giving you DVDs. Remember that? That's how Netflix works.
It's a great quote.
I think people forget about that, huh?
It's like, what do you think Netflix did when it first came out? Come on.
Yeah, the streaming thing was more of a new thing. It was originally a DVD platform.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I mean, to be fair, the company's name is Netflix. So presumably they always plan to transition into.
Yeah, they have literally said that was always the intention. However,
Right.
Var's right. It is
No,
a
of
more
course.
recent thing,
Yeah, no.
Shucks.
relatively speaking.
I used Netflix back when it was just a DVD thing, so yeah. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
That's before Netflix and chill became like the universal thing for watching online.
I mean, and heck, I used to drive by their headquarters all the time. So yeah, I used the DVDs.
Nifty. Well, yeah, it's good stuff.
Super nifty
It's
stuff.
actual positive news. I like it.
It
Amazing.
is good.
How are you gonna
It's
bring
really
it down,
nice.
Meso?
I'm not. Well, other than to say, more epic Bionicle swag I won't buy because I have Netflix and I can watch it there.
You know what? I'm gonna buy
I
it.
still have to wonder. I really want to know like how.
I wanna know.
Can you show me? I
No
want to
copyright
know
music.
Bionicle
I
sales
really want to know
figures.
how how it works. Like how do they make money off of I mean obviously I know how Netflix makes money off of the show, but I'm wondering like how does it get distributed to
a
Lego?
good
Do you
question.
think they buy it outright like at a flat rate?
I don't know.
I think that
license to the
Lego has like it's the same thing with like the Cartoon Network shows, right? How do those make money?
I don't know that.
I think-
I don't
Watching them.
I think it's basically just a negotiation.
No. That's not how it works, Prpl, because that would get money to the studio, to Cartoon Network, because ad revenue. But how does Cartoon Network know how much money is then sent over to the creators of the show?
Possibly, what could possibly happen is that Lego doesn't get any money from it; they just get free marketing, or not free marketing, but marketing at a cheap price because marketing as a TV show is that's what could happen. Like Cartoon Network, or in this case, whatever studio that Netflix is using, they go to Lego. They said, "Okay, we want to use your IP to create several shows," and Lego says, "Okay, here are the IPs we have. We have Friends, we have like Elves, we have Ninjago, and we have Bionicle. They're all suited for a story show." And Netflix is like, okay, we're going to take Bionicle, we're going to do our own show, we're going to use your IP and your sets.
Nah,
We'll see the
there's
show
no
and-
way. There's no way they do a show based off that, and Lego doesn't make anything off of it. That's not possible.
Yeah, no,
They do make
especially
something
considering
off of it.
how
They make
especially
marketing.
considering
They
how
make
lowbrow
advertising,
Bionicle is.
yeah.
Netflix wouldn't cherry pick Bionicle as
No,
opposed to
but-
like a Ninjago. They wouldn't do
Well,
that.
Ninjago already has
No,
a
no, no.
show.
I
They
mean,
can't do
obviously,
that.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
listen, it's not. Lego still needs some kind of creative control over it. So
Yeah,
there's got to be
definitely.
some kind of thing going on.
I mean, what I'm saying
Um,
is that, like, what Lego gets out of it, I would say, is primarily marketing. And then everything else is, like, secondary.
yeah, but I don't think that's all they get out of it. There's got to be some kind of exchange of money here.
Yeah,
the way I
okay,
think it
sure,
works is
definitely.
probably
But who pays it? Do you think
I-
Netflix
I-
pays it to Lego or Lego pays Netflix?
I think Netflix pays Lego maybe, because this is how I think it works. And this is how I think it works for TV as well. Is that I think you come up with a pitch, right? You come up with a TV show idea, you pitch it to a distributor, and that distributor then buys the show. They order the show, so they send.
I'd
they
like
give
one
you, like,
Bionicle, please.
well, yeah, kind of. Like, they give you a flat rate, or they give you some kind of price, and they give you that money, and then you now have the full rights to create that show. That's why whenever like a show like Hannibal doesn't perform really well, and the next season's coming up, and they're like, is it going to be renewed? Is it not? And the studio decides they're not going to order a new season. I think that's what that means. Is that the studio decides to order the show, and then they go ahead and make it, and whoever pitched that idea, they get that profit off of it, and then the studio makes that money back through advertising revenue.
Would you like it with or without a prologue?
So like obviously when the ratings are bad, they're not making any money off of it. So it's kind of like a store, like a retailer.
Yeah.
Huh.
Makes sense
You know,
to me.
that makes a lot of sense. We should probably look into this before we.
Nah.
I think that'd be something interesting.
Who
to
needs research for a discussion podcast?
I will buy that
Yeah,
DVD.
well, I mean, we can research
you
that
have
for
to
a different
research
time. Yeah.
your arguments and stuff.
Yeah.
I will buy that DVD if it comes
Research
to
is
a behind
important.
the scenes.
Yeah, I'll probably buy it too.
featurette.
Just joking.
If it has a behind the scenes featurette, I'll get it. Honestly, if it's still
I'll get
on
it even if
Netflix,
it doesn't. I'm buying all Bionicle's garbage to like help it out.
I honestly,
Or
it's
even
like
buying
if it's on
Quake
Netflix
Beast.
already. Sure, I'm down with that. I'd much rather, if I'm going to spend the money for a DVD, I'd much rather just spend it on a set, like just another duplicate set that I already have,
But Kai.
than buying a DVD because I don't like DVDs.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
You
it,
know,
but
they get
it's
scratched
the way it's
after a
it's the
while.
way
They
it
get like
exists.
stuff. I'd much rather have a digital. My computer doesn't play DVDs anymore. I don't think it plays DVDs.
Who knows?
on
Maybe
my
they will
Xbox.
offer it digitally. I don't know. Maybe it'll be on Amazon.
No, that would ruin the whole Netflix thing.
Fair.
Might as well just get it on Netflix.
Yeah.
It would be cheaper to get it on Netflix if you wanted to buy $8. Just buy $8 and watch Netflix for a month.
True. Well, either way, it's a good thing. Maybe hopefully this is a sign that Bionicle ain't going anywhere immediately. Or at the very least, even if it is going somewhere near immediately, that we'll have more Journey to 1 next year to wrap it up. Either way, it's a good thing.
Possibly.
Thumbs up.
Mhm.
And before we find out it doesn't actually exist in like a couple weeks, it was just like a placeholder listing. Or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
The tears will be real. But for now, let us rejoice.
Snack, he's back.
So, we got like
So,
5 minutes.
plug the shirts.
What do you want to talk about, guys? Yeah, let's do some plugs. Buy our shirts, guys.
Buy my shirt.
Store.TTV Podcast.
Purple, you do the plug. You do the plug for this one. I want to hear you do. the
Wait,
plug.
what?
Plug your own shirt. Go for it.
Plug it in.
What?
Plug
What?
it in, plug it.
Go to store.tv podcast.
Hey, come on, give her a chance, Mark. Give her a chance. Hey, come on. Give her a chance. Give her a
Do it,
chance.
Prpl.
Come
I
on.
believe in you.
That was the funniest advertisement ever.
Do it.
I don't do well with like on the spot stuff. I have to like mentally prepare myself. But anyway, yeah, go to store.ttvpodcast.com. We have 2 shirts going on until the end of June, I believe. Right?
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Because like it's a double month and stuff, which is really cool. We've got like the Civil War shirt featuring Eljay and Kahi, obviously, based on the prank we did and stuff. And we
Eljay
have-
and Kahi.
Yo.
Yeah. And we also have the the Nak and J shirt, which is more boring. Just go get the Civil War one.
Okay, you know
It'll be
what?
like
No,
one.
screw you.
It's
See, the
bad.
Nak and Jay shirt, it's creative, it's bright, it's colorful.
It's not really.
You had to rip someone else. I know. The Nak and Jay shirt is a Calvin and Hobbes shirt. I know.
Mac and Jay's
Yeah,
boss.
I
Bar-
love how you
bar-
defeated
bar
yourself. You're
original,
like, you
like-
just ripped
Well,
some.
see-
Oh, wait. Never mind.
No. See, I knew that going into it, but I had to make that addendum before you guys jumped at me.
Because it's stupid to say one thing.
it's Eljay.
To say
What
you
else
ripped
is
off
new?
one thing and then you point
See,
to your other rip
Kahi, I've been doing my best not to go after you at all. Why can't you offer me the same favors?
You don't deserve it.
Okay, listen here, you ungrateful employee son of a beehive. I'm done with this non-salty
Except I'm a
nonsense.
girl,
Gosh
so
dang,
I'm not a son.
all you've ever done here is complain and moan and groan and get
And also
launched
draw a
into
bunch
some
of stuff for
stupid
you
launch
guys.
let's play. You know what?
Be on
Nobody even
shows.
likes Undertale.
Help out
Undertale's
with stuff.
stupid. In fact, they took
Undertale,
Under,
alright,
they made it
both
over,
me and you
and
know
then they
that's not
started
true.
watching it. That's how we got Overwatch. Forget your stupid Undertale. We got Overwatch now, and you're not doing a Let's Play of that. You're not even in our good Let's Play. You know, the Game Dev Let's Play, which is exclusive to Vessel, which you should go subscribe to right now. You're not even in that, and that's super funny.
You
Can
couldn't,
you
you
stop?
couldn't
Oh,
get
yeah,
through
yeah.
one
Lying, to be
episode
honest.
without
Like-
yelling at people.
Overwatch single player part 1.
And Kahi,
Away.
you're stupid.
You were so close, Eljay. You only had to last like 30 minutes, and you could have had a rage-free episode.
Nah,
You were so
it wasn't
close.
worth it.
People might
Can we have like a poll started? Like, who actually enjoys listening to that? Can you?
Yeah,
Can anybody, tell me,
yeah, honestly, I feel
Speaking
it's
of
just-
Let's have a
polls,
poll.
you should make a new favorite
Oh my gosh, we're not
No.
making a new poll. We're not making you a
You
mod.
don't have
Stop
to delete
asking!
the old one.
Can
though.
we
Like,
delete
you can
the
just
old
make a
one
new
and
one,
not
like-
make a new one? No, let's do the opposite of what you said. Let's delete the one we currently have and never make another one again.
No,
I
that's
like that
stupid.
The
idea.
first time you
I'm
talk
down
in like
with this.
40 minutes, and that's what you have to offer.
I agree with him.
Wow.
I agree with Takuma. You know what? Team
Oh,
Takuma.
man.
I'm right here with him. Let's do
Dang,
this.
Daniel.
And yet, what I've said in 30 seconds is worth more than what you've said in 50 minutes.
Ambulance.
The wise man speaks because he has something to say. The fool speaks because he has to say
Wow.
something.
Yeah, it's like the favorite cast polls is dumb. Who needs it? Everybody knows I'm the best.
Meso, you're first place. Why are you saying this?
Because I don't need it.
Because it's
I
true.
don't need numbers on a screen to inflate my ego. I know the fans love me.
My ego is big enough.
Gosh.
How many numbers to show me how big my ego is?
It's already
I know how
there.
big it is. Just by myself.
Yeah. Oh man, the fans love me. My name's Messinac. They love me so much. They just tell me all the time how much they love hearing my negative dissenting opinion about Bionicle continuing.
Yeah, man. I speak the
I
truth.
like Meso. I'm a
make it
fan.
I have the best
Bull,
opinions.
'cause-
All the fans say I have the best opinions.
Don't
Messinac 2016.
don't make me
Kahi.
start.
Wow.
No, oh god.
Alright.
Okay, so thank you for watching this episode of the TTV Podcast.
What are you doing?
Since when did you end things?
Whoa!
A
Whoa! What is
You
this?
ain't
Prpl.
host. You ain't nothing.
Prpl, I don't think you understand. You need to know your place.
Whoa.
I feel like that was sexist. Everybody, can you let's start roll here. Start-
Oh.
It's
Hey,
not like you
John.
said
Anybody
get
else
in the
know it's
kitchen.
It's not sexist if it's against a dragon. Yeah, no.
Play a clip.
Oh, let's play a clip. What?
A clip? A clip?
What?
Yeah.
Is
Let's
it being
to a clip.
is it being played like
Clip
right
of
now?
what?
It's,
Remember
What's
the one
going
clip
on?
he was clipping his toenails on call?
It's not a clip, it's a magazine.
every gun
Prpl, no one wants to
discussion.
hear you talk about cutting your toenails. in the
Yeah.
call.
I wasn't cutting mine. Kahi was cutting his.
You were cutting Kahi's?
No.
That is the
Oh.
weirdest thing I've
You're giving
Never
Kahi a
heard.
She
pedicure?
didn't even get, she
Oh,
didn't get
gosh.
do a good job for the money. I paid. Really
Wow.
This sounds weird.
All right.
Let's end.
So, thanks everybody
Oh.
for listening to TTV episode 197. I almost said TTV Talks. TTV Podcast
Nice.
episode 197. The much overdue discussion. Summer sets. Maybe next week other people will have them. Who knows?
I'll have them
Hey,
for
we-
sure. I'll have all my
we
sets
actually
next
talked
week.
about Bionicle
We did.
today.
We
And
had a bunch of other
positively.
stuff to talk about, but we got to talk about sets and Journey to One, and that's a good episode in my book. So
And how I'm clearly the best TTV cast member because
I-
I
Shut up!
Give me my stuff. Send me
No,
my
I'm the
stuff
best
already.
friend
From
that knows
me.
you guys, and the fans know it.
I had it.
Yeah, no. Let me see here. According to our poll, which you conveniently aren't on, Meso's the best.
I had it in the palm of
Well,
my
maybe
hands.
I'm just
Var.
on a whole nother level.
You took the door off
Yeah,
the hinges
that
and you
level.
put the hinges in the hands. You
Listen,
took it from
Prpl,
me.
there's dirt, there's dinosaur bones under the dirt, there are
And then there's
prehistoric
you.
bugs.
How
There are
can there be
prehistoric-
so many conversations going on I'm not interested in? Let's end this. Let's go.
At least there are
many That was me the conversations as whole opposed to time.
one with you.
All right, let's. Yeah, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see y'all. We'll see y'all
Five,
next week for
four,
more
Hey,
exciting
hey,
stuff.
wait, what?
Hey,
we're not done.
You have to do, you
We'll
have to
we'll
do
see
the
y'all
names,
next week for more exciting stuff. But until then, farewell. I'm
Oh,
Messinac.
this was just taking forever to get to it. I'm sorry. I'm Barteran.
I'm Eljay.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Takuma.
I'm XX Trooper.
And I'm Purple
And
Dragon.
farewell, everybody. See y'all next week.
That's how you do it, Prpl.
Bye.
That's when you end the episode. Take
Yeah, I
notes.
was trying to interrupt you, just FYI. I wasn't
shot.
actually trying to
Hey,
end it.
if we're actually gonna end the episode, can you shut up so I can end the episode? Dang.
Bye.
Oh, you are so fired after.
You
No.